I'll never forget this interview I did a few years back with famous atheist magician Penn Jillette. He shared this story with me that really stuck with me. It was about this Christian guy who approached him, shared the gospel with him, and gave him a Bible. Now remember, Penn is an atheist, and a lot of atheists would have probably been annoyed by this random guy coming up and doing this, but Penn had this remarkable response. He told me that he actually admired and appreciated that act, that despite his own disbelief, he understood that this was a guy who was simply worried about him, who loved him enough to share salvation with him, who took the time to actually care for him by stopping to share the gospel. And I thought in that moment, gosh, I disagree with Penn on a lot of things, right? But this story and his kindness for somebody with whom he deeply disagreed stuck with me. And it might seem strange, but as I look out at the political landscape, I've been thinking a lot about that story. And I've been thinking about the chaos in the world around us, the way we're treating one another. When I look at Penn and his behavior, I realize that a lot of us are missing this art of appreciating sincerely held views, especially those that we disagree with. We've got the cancel culture thing going on. We've got people who are, for some reason, fusing their faith and their politics into this strange, unrecognizable enigma. And in the mix of all of this odd behavior and the toxic politics, I think we've really forgotten what it means to do what Penn did, to take a step back and to see and appreciate the conviction with which people we disagree with have operated. And it's become this problem not only on the left, but really on the right. I mean, I recently sat down with Representative Jamie Herrera Beutler. She's a lifelong Republican, and I want to emphasize that. She voted for Trump in 2020, but she made a tough choice after the January 6th Capitol riot. She became one of the 10 Republican members of the House, there were only 10 of them, to vote to impeach former President Donald Trump. Now, people are seeking to cancel her. They're calling her a rhino. They're saying she can't possibly be a Christian, and she's an outspoken Christian, and she can't be a believer because, of course, she decided to vote for impeachment. I don't know why there's a connection there, but I had a chance to sit down with her and really hear her out on why she voted for impeachment, why she opted to do it, knowing that so many constituents in her district would be upset, would be outraged that she could lose the election over that choice, but she firmly believed it was the right thing to do, and so she acted on that and did it. Now, whether or not we agree with her, that's fine. Have our position on it, but as a believer, it takes courage. I mean, it takes courage and guts to stand up and to make a decision that goes against the grain. You might hate her conviction, you might disagree with her, but if we're going to walk around as Christians who are supposed to love one another, show kindness, listen to understand, gracefully disagree, of course we can have opinions, but we're supposed to do those things. We're going to be known by our love. Then man, this is convicting because people are attacking her. They're going after her faith. They're calling her all sorts of names. And yet if an atheist like Penn Jillette can show kindness and grace and appreciation for a random Christian who is not only giving him a Bible, but warning him of eternal damnation, then certainly we can offer at least a little bit of kind disagreement with somebody like Beutler. I mean, the question is, do we have the ability to look deeper, to live better, to separate our emotion from proper conduct? My hope and my prayer is that we do.